Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're still watching our special coverage on the Iranian-Israeli U.S. war and the latest developments on the ground, and also the repercussions of the war in the Middle East. And to talk more about this topic, we are delighted to have with us here in the studio Dr. Alaa Mahmoud. He's an associate professor of highways and infrastructure engineering. He will be talking to us more about the effect of the war on the infrastructure and the roads in the devastated countries. Thank you very much, Doctor, for joining us today in Nile TV International.
Thank you for you too. Good morning and to your audience, and thank you for having me.
Thank you, Doctor. Doctor, what is meant by the term infrastructure and the projects that can be classified under that term?
Actually, we are talking about the infrastructure. It is an engineering expression, represent actually the systems that used by the society to turn on the daily life. In engineering, we represent it as a triangle with three edges, mentioned as TUC. Components of these systems. The first is the transportation, which represent all the things that transported from one point to another, including, of course, the roads, corridors, stations, bus stations, airports, and so on. The second is the utilities, which is the power of the society. It includes maybe electricity, water supply, gas supply, and so on. The final is the soul of the society, which is the telecommunications, which includes the, of course, the internet and the phone call. The integration and cooperation between these components is represent the goodness of the daily life of the society.
Yeah. Dr. Alaa, tell us more about the usually targeted infrastructure projects during any war or any conflict.
Usually, as you know, the infrastructure is called as a vital or a goal target for the enemy. Because it's effect of the society or the daily life of the society. Of course, if it's targeted by any of the competing forces, it makes something like paralyze of the daily life of the society. So most of the utilities that targeted by the fighting forces is including basically transportations, maybe electricity supply and water supply, water stations, something like everything that make life easily in the society.
Yeah. Dr. Alaa, we want to talk more about the reconstruction of Gaza and the damage caused by the Israeli forces in the last 3 years. What are your expectations for the cost or the infrastructure rebuilding in Gaza?
Of course, as you say, it is a demolition for more than 3 years. We can say it's about 80 to 90% of Gaza life was destroyed. Yes. So the assessment, or the basic assessments up till now, to reconstruct this demolition it take about from 10 to 15 years to reconstruct, to regenerate it again, to make it suitable for life. And it will take about the funds that required for reconstruct it about 17 to 80 million dollars.
Dr. Alaa, why is part of the attack on any country is disrupting or even cutting the internet?
Of course, because the internet, as you know, it's a soul of the society. And in last decades, it become part of our daily life, even in the social life. Besides, it's also the main connecting tool between different authority in the society. So it is the basic targets. If it's targeted by the enemy, it will, as I said before, it is paralyze the society, the activities of the society, and they make the enemy is completely paralyzed. So it is one of the gold targets of the enemy to paralyze the society.
Yeah. Dr. Alaa, we've seen lately the targets of destroying the infrastructure differed from before. I mean, destroying infrastructure, notably the economic one, is the main target now instead of the traditional military targets. How do you view this?
Yes, actually, it is basically considered the first or the main element that targeted by the enemy.
Yes.
Because it's less in cost in destroying, and its effect is more than targeting the army or the military targets. If you stop or destroy or disrupt any of the infrastructure tools, you can make all the society is paralyzed.
Yeah.
So it's easy to, or it's more effective for the troops to go directly to the infrastructure to stop all activity or most of the activity in the society, rather than the
other ones.
targeted army.
The military targets. Okay. And Dr. Alaa, to what extent does targeting the water stations, energy grids, and communication networks affect the lives of people in the attacked countries?
It's basic now. As you know, if we targeted the water supply and the power stations and maybe the gas stations also, the gas grids, we can stop the daily life of the humanitarian life in the society. So it's basically protected, and it's the main protection is directly or aiming these components to protect them, because if they are out of order, they will paralyze the
whole
society.
Yeah,
all
whole
the
country.
society activity.
Yeah. And who shoulders the real cost of the destruction of the infrastructure during wars, Dr. Alaa?
Basically, of course, the damaged area. If we talk about the government, for example, it will take the main cost, and of course the people who lives in this country, in this area, will be also be peer of this cost. Besides, sometimes we are aiming or we are asking for help of the international agencies, like the international banks, United Nations, all humanitarian agencies that help in reconstruct or remodulate this damaged area or damaged activities.
Yeah. We want to talk more about the effect of the damage on the global economy, Dr. Alaa. So can targeting the infrastructure in regions like the Gulf and Iran cause shocks to the global economy?
Of course, because as you know, this area is hosting the most of the power supply for all the world. For example, the Gulf area is having about 20% of the oil supply of the world. It's about 20 million barrels of oil every day. So if it is affected, or this is a problem in this area, this will affect the oil supply for all the world, and make also the prices will raise. We noticed recently, it's about 1 week now for the war, the price of the barrel is raising from $60 to about 90 now, and this will affect all the prices.
Expecting more rise.
And most, yes, it will be the expectation. May reach for the barrel is 150 dollar for barrel. So it will affect, of course, most of the international economic will affect by this conflict in the Gulf area.
Yeah. Back to the construction and the reconstruction of the damaged countries, what are the major challenges, Dr. Ali, that face the governments while executing the early recovery and reconstruction programs after the conflicts?
Actually, there is many challenges for that. Maybe the first challenge is how to provide the financial funds for this reconstruction, because as you know, the more the destruction, the more funds we need to reconstruct it again. Also, maybe we face in reconstructions the technical experience for reconstructs, and to find out which tools and strategies are more suitable for that. Also, the security after wars or after disruption, we face always security challenges, because we don't have this any more safe for rescue or for reconstruct it easily. That's the most challenges we are faced in the reconstruction process.
And what about the sectors that are considered a top priority in the early recovery and reconstruction plans, and why?
Of course, the most is the hospital, for example, because this all we need, and the most needed for reconstruction is to reconstruct hospitals and maybe the water supply stations.
This is the first one.
Of course, because we need the drinking water.
Of course.
Also the power supply, we need electricity. Maybe if there is a gas supply, we need to reconstruct or repair the supply grids of the gas stations.
Yes, Dr. Ali, tell us more about the role of the international organizations and financing institutions in supporting the reconstruction efforts in any country.
Actually, of course, after wars, we need to find help or financial assist from the international agencies like United Nations and humanitarian agencies like International Bank, like some agencies that help in financing reconstruction or renovation of the damaged infrastructure.
Yes, Dr. Ali, to what extent do the early recovery and reconstruction projects affect the reshaping of the political and economic influence in the Middle East so far?
Of course, I mean, if we have a war in a specific area, it's not demolishing or demolishing all the activities or something physical, but it reconstruct the political tendency in the area.
Yeah.
So it's very important to look about that.
And can the reconstruction projects, Dr. Alaa, be considered as an economic chance to attract more investments and to rebuild the economy?
Yes, to some extent. We, after, as I told you, when we finish, of course, this will not be. It will not. It will not easily to start reconstruction or renovation without supplying the required financial assets to help in reconstructions and renovation of the damaged activities or damaged physical buildings, for example.
And in your point of view, Dr. Alaa, what is the repercussions of the Iranian-Israeli American war on the Middle East region?
Well, it's a complicated. It's a very complicated because we have three different
aspects.
aspects. Yes, yes. For that, so we have for the American with American president, which is no one can expect what he is aimed to do. The Iranian also, we don't have any data or any information about what expectation they aim to do in the next future or the near future. So it's very hard to expect what will happen in the near future.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Alaa Mahmoud, the Associate Professor of Highways and Infrastructure Engineering, thank you very much for joining us today.
Happy to be with you, and thank you for having me.
Thank you, Dr. Alaa.
Have a nice day.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, and now we're gonna watch a report about the surging oil prices triggered by war with Iran and rippling across global economies, threatening higher fuel costs, rising inflation, and renewed pressure on currencies across the continent. Oil